and I mentioned this to Peter, some polling, initial polling, about the impact or potential impact. And one NBC SurveyMonkey poll found that, so roughly, I mean, this is roughly, but at least 70% of Republicans back Trump's decision to fire Comey. Now, the conservative media has been a little more split.
They have.
There's been some really scathing op-eds about the way that Trump handled this decision and the appearance of him trying to cover something up. Is he actually trying to cover something, or is he really just this like erratic? Who knows? But then there are those who are saying that this is just another example of liberals hyperventilating and holding this president to a higher standard.
And being hypocritical, given that they, had criticized Jim Comey before.
So then, what impact does it have at the ballot box, do you think? I mean, it's hard to say, but...
Right. I mean, on the conservative media question, I mean, it has seemed to me that it's fallen along the kind of historic lines of like the conservative media that were never Trump or were more sort of Trump skeptical during the campaign. Those folks of course have been highly critical and sort of tried to sound the alarm. But Sean Hannity last night, his whole show it sounds like was Democrats are hypocrites and liberal media bias. Breitbart, I saw a headline of they were focused on how Lester Holt had interrupted Trump.
Yeah, that's the big takeaway. Is that
during the interview? And so among the conservative media, that has been most favorable to the president, it doesn't seem to have permeated as a controversy. In terms of the ballot box, I mean, you could certainly see Democrats trying to wield this as an issue. I mean, I did see polling that suggests that among independents and sort of among like voters as a whole, the polling, the handling of it wasn't viewed well. That I think most people thought it was like inappropriate that he had been fired. And so, perhaps as we see more of these town halls cropping up, including there's this new trend of Democrats going into neighboring Republican districts in this adopted district strategy.
Well, that's what I wanted to kind of ask you about is, they've been handed lots of moments and lots of controversies.
Lots of fodder.
Can they capitalize? And so what is it to adopt a district? What is this play?
So last week, Representative Sean Patrick Maloney from New York State was on the Rachel Maddow show, and he was talking about how John Faso, who's a Republican congressman in the state, had voted for the American Health Care Act, the
Republican repeal and replacement
of the Affordable Care Act, and then was refusing to hold a town hall that explained his vote. And so there was a lot of grassroots pressure. The local Indivisible group had created a town hall, set up a town hall to sort of pressure him on that, and in Faso's district. And so Maloney goes to this town hall and speaks to Faso's constituents. I think he had sort of a great opening line. He said, "I'm Representative Sean Patrick Maloney. Where the heck is your Congress?"
I think we've got
I have a question for you. I'm Representative Sean Patrick Maloney. Where the heck is your congressman?
Nice.
See, the lesson of this is never step on Jamie's sound.
He's got it. He's got it.
No, I mean, so this is there, and in fact, he's not the only Democratic representative who is planning to do this.
I just saw our friend Mark Pocan, who's been on the show many, many times, is holding a town hall in Paul Ryan's district, which I particularly love since Paul Ryan is Satan.
Yeah, I talked to him for the story, and he
Satan or Pocan?
Both, but saying it was on background.
Okay, got it.
So no, I mean, and Pocan was basically saying, yeah, I mean, if Paul Ryan, then and they sort of say the obligatory disclaimer that, of course, if Representative Ryan would like to join me at this town hall, we would certainly welcome him.
Do you think that?
That's great.
Yeah,
I love that.
I think
do you think that non-Democrats are attending these alternative town halls?
I don't. I mean, I think or not primarily. I mean, I think it's a lot of sort of sort of resistance types, progressives. But I think the value of it is that, as Pocan said to me, is that when a congressman, goes to a town hall in a neighboring district, there's local media attention. It sort of generates a spectacle. I mean, Sean Patrick Maloney, that clip that Jamie just played has been all over cable news. He himself has been, doing interviews in the national press. So it seems like a good sort of gimmick or tactic to attract more attention to the fact that these Republicans often in vulnerable districts voted for this bill.